For the experiment Boyle's law, we are letting length values represent volume values by pretending the other two dimensions of the enclosure are fixed. This lets us collect length values for the purpose of doing this lab. Here you see my data as it appears in Excel. I have lengths in nanometers, I have pressure in atmospheres. If I plot that, then I get a curve. I expect to get a curve because Boyle's law is pressure times volume equals a constant. If I solve Boyle's law so that I isolate pressure on the left, then volume goes over and divides into the constant. My graph validates this. The graph of a reciprocal is a curve. It's asymptotic. It approaches either of the two axes. It just gets closer and closer over time, but it doesn't cross either axis. So the curve is expected because when we rewrite Boyle's law to isolate pressure on the left side of the equation, the reciprocal of volume is on the right. To linearize the data, and thus the graph, take the reciprocal of the volume, or in this case, take the reciprocal of the lengths. That is the third column here. To create this column, I open up a new column between A and B by choosing B, then right-clicking my mouse. One of the options is Insert. If I choose that, a new column is created and column B becomes column C. In the first cell of the new column B, I type equals 1 over A2, where A2 is the first length I need to take the reciprocal of. I hit my enter key and the reciprocal number appears. Now all I have to do is choose that cell and drag it down and match it up to all of the other length values. Reciprocals of those values appear. This column is still to the right of the pressure value, so I can now choose these two columns and create a new graph. When I do this, I get a straight line graph. Don't forget to project it down toward the y-axis. Add a title, add axes labels, and have Excel put the equation of the fitted line on the graph. Because the graph is linear when we plot pressure on the y-axis and reciprocal length on the x-axis, this new graph validates the form of Boyle's law. What you will submit. In your Word document lab write-up, in addition to the completed data table and the answered question, there are two graphs. Each graph should be properly titled. All axes should be properly labeled. A line, either curved or linear, should be fitted respectively through the two data sets of the graph. And in the case of the linear graph, its fit should extend to the y-intercept. And of course, both graphs should be stretched in order to fit a full page in your Word document lab write-up.